Hi, Father Marshall Shelley here, coming to you from St. Peter's Episcopal Church in Spotswood. I know it may not necessarily seem like I'm on the grounds of the church, but I am. This is looking back onto our rear lot. There's a section of forest that sits quietly at the rear towards the Manalapan River, which runs behind the church. And the church is just over there. The rectory is just up that way, parish hall is that way. I thought I'd take a few moments and speak to you today from this point in perspective, and the next time you're on campus, invite you to step over here. I'm standing beneath an old sweet gum tree that sits here on the yard, and just within maybe a good lop of an arm tossing a rock, you can see our new holly bushes as well as a dawn redwood. There's also a lace bark elm that is to my side. These are all new trees that have gone in this year. From this perspective, I'm looking out at our church campus, and I just see an incredible place that is full of the echoes of memories of service and of care and of commitment. I'm thinking about the incredible stewardship that has gone into caring for this space over the centuries, but particularly over the last few months, as we have sought to be the church for the community. There's a lot going on here in the mission and ministry of St. Peter's Church. At the community supper this last week, we welcomed Elijah's Promise Community Soup Kitchen, which is based out of New Brunswick, but they just started sharing meals through a food truck, and they came here. They served 180 hot meals, 160 cold ones, as well as distributing through our mini mart food pantry, which is here on site on Wednesdays. We're able to feed an awful lot of people and provide fresh food for them. We're also in the midst of looking at how the summer is going to work for us in terms of worship, in terms of work and service. We have the St. Peter's Thrift Shop that is currently planning for summer sales, and also coordinating and working on how we can best take care of our volunteers through the season. We also have a siren going by right now. It's the paramedics and the police. I'll let them pass by. Pray for them. One of the things about being on the corner of Main and DeVoe here in Spotswood is that I hear an awful lot of sirens, and as the chaplain of the fire department, I take the opportunity each time to pray for those emergency responders who are responding to a crisis or to something needing their presence. So I invite you, the next time you hear a siren, to do the same. Back to my vlog. I'm just sitting here looking at these beautiful grounds and thinking how fortunate we are to be able to share them with each other, but also to use them as moments to alter perspective and to take a moment to reflect on the life of Christ we share. I'm going to talk a little bit about the two words you're getting this week. You're getting respite, and you're getting resilience. Resilience is an important word for us in this season as we make our transition through this pandemic, but also to remember that here at St. Peter's we've been resilient in many different days and in many different ages. It was just over a decade ago that we had Tropical Storm Irene come in, and where I'm standing right now was under floodwater, and actually the floodwater was up to my shoulder where I'm standing right now here at the back of the property. It went all the way up to our parish hall and connected with that. So just to keep in context that, you know, I wouldn't be standing here, I'd be treading water back in those days. But right now I'm standing in the midst of a verdant forest that has recovered in the wake of that inundation. I'm also aware of respite, the respite that we experience in this season when we're able to slow down a little bit and enjoy nature as it springs forth and buds. I'm standing in the midst of daylilies that actually were imported here from some work that my wife and I did in our yard, and 2 or 3 wound up in some of the grass that we brought here to bolster a hole that had opened up on our lawn, and now they're starting to colonize this back area here. They'll bloom this year and continue to show their beauty, and to take a moment just to enjoy that moment of respite that we all need. It's important to work and labor in the name of Christ, but it's also extremely important that we rest together in the embrace of His love and care. We forget sometimes that resilience also requires constant and committed respite as well. So I bid you peace and grace this day. Continue your prayers for the ministry and mission of St. Peter's. Continue your prayers for those we serve and for those we care for in this life. And of course, celebrate this coming Sunday with us as we mark the birth of the Church with the Feast of Pentecost and the presence of the Holy Spirit in our midst, which gives us everything we need to live our lives in abundance. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.